Go, dude.
Let's do it. How are you? Hi. Long time no
Uh,
see.
Hey, what's up? All right, so Will is hunting, I think, in Wyoming. So, surprise guest, I got my friend Carlos here. He's got
Stepping up to
his
the plate.
picks. Uh, Tell us who you are. Tell us about yourself.
Hey, Carlos. I'm a all-state buffet eater over here. That's what I do. They lining them up. I put them down. I knock them down. That's what I do here. Longtime Pittsburgh fan. You see the
Yeah,
shirt?
yeah,
Sack. Wah. Fumble. Wah. Interception. Wah. More sacks. Wah. More sacks. Wah. Yeah.
yeah.
You
Watt's
see the
pretty good.
picture?
He's almost as good as Aaron Donald, except he's coming off the edge, and Aaron Donald's getting double teamed. So we're good on that one. Almost as good as Aaron Donald. All right,
Aaron Donald,
so
the monster. Can't say much about that.
so we got our week 7 picks lined up today. Uh, Disclaimer: right now it's halftime. Giants at Philly, and we got our picks. I promise we wrote them down before the game started. So I'll let you start. Who you got?
So this one, honestly, -4, Eagles -4. I don't know. I had to take the money line on this one. So I got Giants 21, Eagles 17. I don't know. I think the Giants are coming off a nice win last week at Washington, and
So
the
you have the
Eagles.
you have the Giants winning upright,
I
straight
have
up.
I have the Giants winning straight up.
All
And
right.
the Eagles are very banged up this week, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil it for anyone who's gonna listen to this on Saturday morning and already know the score of the game, but I've got the Eagles up. I got them winning 23-17. Philadelphia -4 at home. Uh, I think they are banged up, but I think they got players coming back. Fulgham's coming up, the receiver. He's doing pretty well. Carson Wentz is playing a little bit better. He's been struggling this season, but he's playing a little bit better. And I think as the weeks come through and they get more players back, I think Philadelphia is going to get better. I actually have them winning the NFC Beast, the NFC Least, whatever you want to call it.
What do they
Uh,
call it tonight? They're calling it the NFC Super Bowl or Stinker Bowl or something like that today.
yeah.
Somebody's
So
gonna
we'll
win that
see.
division at
I've got
6-9.
I've got the Eagles winning that one. So I've got the Eagles winning this game and the NFC East. So I
Okay,
like them. I like them -4. All right,
fair
moving
enough. Fair
on.
enough.
Um, we got Detroit in Atlanta. Atlanta coming off their first win. They look decent. Their offense is always good.
I was gonna say
But
their defense is what kills them at that, or their coaching staff, I guess you'd say. All right, so who do you got?
all right, they fired the coach. I think when you fire your coach, you play inspired. I think that's where that win came from last week. But I don't think they got it this week. I got Detroit winning 24-21. Detroit plus 2.5, winning straight up,
Really?
winning outright in Atlanta, and we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Jesus, I'm way on the opposite end of the spectrum from you right now, man. I got Atlanta winning this one. I just think their offense is too high powered right now. Matt Ryan's playing great. Cleo Jones is finally getting involved. I, it's really hard for me to not take Atlanta, especially since they beat the Vikings pretty convincingly last week. So,
Vikings are
yeah,
bad. If Dub
I
was
mean,
here, if Will was here, he'd be all over you because he hates the Vikings. We're a anti-Vikings show here. They are bad, and I'm a Detroit guy. I like Detroit. I picked them when they beat Arizona.
I
I
like
like
Matt
Matt
Patricia.
Stafford. I'm a
I like
big Detroit
I
guy.
like Coach Patricia, but I don't know, man. I just think Atlanta's offense is going to be too much for them. So I got Atlanta winning 35-24.
All right. Oh, you got him in a blowout. Got him in a blowout. All right. All right. Up next, 35-24. That's a lot of points. All right. Cleveland in Cincinnati. We got, the
Divisional matchup.
two. Yeah, they got a crazy divisional matchup, and here we got interstate rivalry. Cincinnati, the Battle of Ohio, and tell us who you got, man.
It's gonna be a tough week, I think. Here, everyone's so convinced on these Browns. And all I gotta say is that my Steelers smoked them last week, made
Get
them look
smoked.
like a high school football team out there. But I think they're gonna come back pretty convincingly this week, especially with that D line. I don't think um, that Mr. Joey Burrow over there is gonna have a good week against them. So I got the Browns covering at -3 at 28-14, 2 touchdown game.
Oh, we got my boy here. He's surprise visit, and he's just predicting blowouts. Nothing but blowouts this week.
It'd be like
All
that
right.
sometimes.
I mean, Cleveland in Cincy. Here's the thing. I like Joe Burrow. I like the way he plays, and after the beat down that Cleveland took last week, I don't think they're all that. They're a JV team, and they were playing other JV teams, and they were doing awesome. And guess what? They went up. They played a varsity team, and they got beat up. They got put in their place. I don't see them recovering. I got Cincinnati straight up, 24-21. Cincinnati +3
See,
at home.
I
At home.
see where you're coming from, but they lost to the Colts last week. To the
The
Colts.
Colts are good, dude. The Colts are good.
Colts are not good.
The Colts are a good
Colts
team.
are not good. We're talking about this is like the best division probably in the whole NFL right now. And to get beat by the Colts, I just lost all hope in them. I lost all hope in Joey Burrow.
The Colts.
I don't think
The
he's gonna
Colts
have
aren't a bad team.
line.
The Colts are not a bad team.
Colts aren't a good team, I'll tell you that much.
All right. Well, I don't know about that. I like the Colts. They're on a bye week this week, so I don't get to talk about them, and I don't get to, especially for all our Indiana fans, I don't get to talk about how good the Colts are. But I like the Colts. I think their defense is really good. They're playing very well. I think their only weak point is probably Phillip Rivers.
Phillip
Being
Rivers,
honest,
he's terrible. He's terrible. I don't know.
Honestly, I think if they put in Jacoby Brisket, if they put Brisket in, I think they're good. Dude.
Hey, he's a dual threat quarterback. I don't know why they wouldn't have him.
I wouldn't say that, but I think I think he's got a better arm than Phillip Rivers, because Phillip Rivers is exactly dual threat either.
Mr. Sideways throw over there, having a hard time throwing that ball past 15 yards.
I don't know. All right, lead off this next one. This is your team. Let's go. Who you got? It's one of the games of the week, by the way. I'm excited to watch this one. I'm
very excited to watch this one, but someone's has got to go. So this is a tough pick for me, man. We got Pitt at -2. So I have to go with my Pittsburgh Steelers. They're gonna go ahead and win and cover. So I got them winning 24-20. But I think as long as we can limit King Henry, I think we got a shot. And if King Henry gets on a roll, and then that opens up the play action, and they're going to start passing on us. That's our weak point. That's the only thing I'm a little worried about. But I think if we can limit King Henry, I think we got a really, really good shot. I got us covering at 24-20. All
right, so you got a 4-point spread. I like it. I also have 4-point spread on my score. As a Yulee resident, right, home of Derrick Henry, no, we're very proud. Call him the Heisman Hornet down here. Yulee Hornets. We're very proud of him. I think he's gonna run all over you guys. I'm not gonna lie, and I think that's gonna open up the doors for the Ryan Tannehill. He's back, dude. Ryan Tannehill. He went to Miami. He looked horrible under an Adam Gase offense, which, I mean, everyone looks horrible under an Adam Gase offense. And now he's balling, dude. He's balling in Tennessee. Tannehill's good. Henry's good. But I gotta tell you, I think the Pittsburgh Steelers are better. I got them covering -2. I got them 28-24 in Tennessee. I got Steelers staying undefeated. Tennessee getting the first loss. There you go.
So
That's for you. That's for
all
you.
last week, we're saying, "Oh, Cleveland, the number one rushing defense in the league. Cleveland, number one rushing offense in the league." And what happened there?
They weren't
Zip,
playing good teams,
zilch,
dude.
nada. Exactly.
Don't.
My
Here's
Steelers
the
made them
thing.
look terrible.
Don't be proud that you beat the Browns. Come on, we're better than that.
They're
All right.
they're they're looking good this year.
No, they're not.
But
Okay,
we are banged up at the mic. We did lose our starting mic last weekend, Devin Bush, which
that's
kind of
not
hurts
good.
us. But oh man, that defensive line just looks too
Bring your lunch pail.
disgusting.
That's all I gotta say. Bring your lunch pail, boys.
It's gonna be a good game.
You got to tackle Derrick Henry this week. All right, Carolina in New Orleans. This is actually a surprisingly big spread. I have them at New Orleans -7.5 points. So New Orleans favored by 7.5 points at home. Carolina's not doing bad. I think Teddy Bridgewater is very consistent. He's playing well, and I like New Orleans. They're definitely the more talented team, and that, like I said it about I forgot what I was talking about earlier. I said it about the Colts earlier, but I think honestly, I think New Orleans' weak point is their quarterback spot too. Their
Ooh,
receivers are talented. Alvin Kamara is a top 3 running back in the league. He's a monster, and if they were able to take the top off the defense, if they were able to go deep, they'd be unstoppable. But they can't. They're dumping it down 4 or 5 yards every play. However, I don't think Carolina's that good, and I got New Orleans winning. I got New Orleans covering -7.5 at home, 30-21.
so we're not too far off there. I agree with everything you said. I think if the old man over there could chuck that ball up a little bit further than 25, 30 yards, they'd be looking a lot scarier than they actually are right now. Um, but I agree. I got New Orleans covering. I got it 35-27.
All right. And for the listeners, I know you guys like to listen to Will's picks too. Um, we're gonna post those on our Twitter. So we'll post all the picks on the Twitter this week since he wasn't able to make it. So we'll have all 3 of our picks up. Next game, we got Buffalo. This is the biggest
Speaking of
spread of the
Will,
week.
I know. Speaking of Will here,
This is
huh?
exciting. We got Buffalo. Yes, exactly. Speaking of Will, we got Buffalo in New York at MetLife against the Jets. Who you got, dude? It's a 13-point spread. Buffalo -13
The Jets have
away.
no team. The Jets traded away everyone and anyone that's good over there. I can't see them winning a single game this season, and it's not even close. I don't think they're in the ballpark of any team in the NFL right now, which is very sad, very very sad. That is a really big point spread. But I think if Mr. Allen over there can get it going after tough last week, I think they cover that and they cover that easily. To be honest with you, so I got Buffalo covering 28-10.
All right. The Jets stink.
It's bad.
The Jets stink. They
Like a high school
Adam
locker.
Gase. I don't see how there's teams like I do get it, actually. So Falcons fired their coach. Houston fired their coach. And in my head, I was like, well, how does Adam Gase still have a job? And I think they don't want to. And they're so far into this that I think they're just trying to. I think they're going for Trevor Lawrence.
You hear what
And
that Trevor Lawrence should sit out another year and go back to Clemson and not go to that jet
but
sweepstakes there.
but here's the thing. I don't think Sam Darnold's that bad. I think the Jets should tank, get that first pick, and trade it to like the Jaguars for 1 million picks and make their team way better. I think that's the best way to go about it. But they probably won't. They'll probably go with Trevor and ruin his career.
They're gonna
Um,
stick it up.
I completely agree. The Bills are one of the best teams in the AFC. They're going to win their division, and the Jets are going to go 16. They might win a game.
Maybe.
The spread's 13. I got Buffalo in a blowout, 33-7. Not close. I don't care. Buffalo's covering. I don't
Yeah,
care. I don't
Buffalo.
care.
That should be the
Jets are
lock.
Jets stink. Yeah, you have a lock of the week. Make sure you pick one by the end of this week. By
Okay,
the end of the episode, I mean.
sounds
All
good.
right. We're going on to the next one.
That's
Got
another
the
terrible game.
got the Giants and Eagles playing right now. The Eagles are up 10-7 beginning of third quarter. We got the other half of the division playing on Sunday. Dallas in Washington against the football team. Snooze fest. I'm sure it's going to be awesome. Two very bad teams, in my opinion. I mean,
Very bad teams.
which sucks because Dallas has the talent. Their O line's banged up. Their O line is
The problem.
struggling. Zeke's fumbling. I don't know where that came from. He started fumbling this season for some reason, and obviously Dak's out, so that doesn't help at all. Andy Dalton did not look good last week. He looked bad,
The
very
Red
bad.
Rocket doesn't have it, huh?
Nope, Red Rockets running out of gas. Spreads 1, Dallas -1, so it's pretty much a toss up. I got Dallas winning though. Washington, I think, is very bad. I think they're worse than Dallas, I would say. And I got Dallas 22, Washington 17.
That many points, huh?
I don't know, man. It's a toss up.
Yeah, it just. I mean, Dallas, everything is looking like it's trending down. I mean, all the stuff that's going on in their locker room right now, they're all basically saying their coaches are terrible. The coaches are saying that the players are terrible. But I think they find a way to get it done. I think Zeke gets back on track at the end of this game. I think he gets more ball security. He doesn't fumble as much. I think he rushes for over 100 yards. So I got Dallas covering at -1, 14-10, just because I can't see them scoring many points between the both of them.
I
But
mean, I just think both of their defenses are not good. That's why I was saying higher points, but I
but their
agree.
offenses aren't good either.
I mean, Dallas has talent. Mike McCarthy's bad. I don't like. I Will said it in like the first couple episodes, and I had hope for Dallas. I had them. I had them as Super Bowl contenders this season, and
Everyone did.
Mike McCarthy, he's just not good.
You just can't put it together right now, which is sad because they have a young wide receiver core that is phenomenal, but they
And
just
Zeke.
can't find and Zeke, and they just can't find a way to put it together.
Yeah. All right. Moving on. That was sad. All right. We got Green Bay in Houston. Green Bay coming off an embarrassing loss. Tom the Goat Brady. Just he made him look bad. But they're playing against Houston, who has had a bad season. They're always hurt. I don't know what's going on in Houston. Everyone's always hurt in Houston. They fired their coach. Bad team in
Who happened to
general.
be their GM.
Who happened to be their GM. So Green Bay in Houston, who you got, man?
Man, I can't see Mr. Aaron Rodgers losing 2 games back to back. I think they needed it. He came out and said it that they needed a nice swift kick in their ass to kind of reset them, get them remotivated, and get them back on the right track. Texans are a good team, man. I don't think Texans are a terrible team. I just don't think that they have all the pieces they need,
They're
especially
not
with.
terrible, but I wouldn't call them good. I wouldn't
Okay.
say they're a good team.
Well, they should be a decent team. They should be, but
I mean,
they're struggling.
it's just Deshaun Watson. The only reason you're saying that is because of Deshaun Watson. The only reason you're saying the Texans are a good team is because Deshaun Watson's back there. But take him out of the picture, and what are they?
I
They're
don't know,
nothing.
man. I for some reason,
They're bad. They're down there with the Jets.
yeah, they're maybe. I just
Deshaun
think
Watson makes that team.
yeah. And plus, I guess I have too much respect for Mr. J.J. Watt over there, Mr. Two-Time. So
Oh,
I
stop.
still like him, but I can't see Green Bay losing this game, and I definitely see them covering the -3. So I got Green Bay to cover 24-17.
All right. I definitely think the game last week helped the spread for us.
Yeah,
Because I agree. I mean, Green Bay is going to be one of those teams that just destroys bad teams. I think that's who they are. They're gonna struggle against good teams because obviously, like last week, it showed like you get a more physical defense out there. You get people before that game. Aaron
He's
Rodgers hadn't been
unstoppable.
sacked. He hadn't
Yeah,
been sacked. He had zero
yeah,
sacks.
unstoppable.
Once you start getting pressure on him, once you start getting he's an older guy. He's gonna start making not mistakes, but he's gonna hurry up some throws and mistakes are gonna happen. Um, However, I don't think Houston's that team. I don't think Houston's a good team, and I got Green Bay. I think Aaron Rodgers comes back and blows these guys out. Green Bay. I mean, Aaron Rodgers has that thing. He's super petty. He got embarrassed last week. He's gonna come back this week. He's gonna play a hell of a game. I got him throwing for probably 300 yards or something. Green Bay 35, Houston 20. Green Bay easily covering the 3-point spread.
Oh yeah, easily. I'm right there with you.
All
This
right.
next game though, Jesus Christ! Talk about good games this week, right? So you got
We'll
Seattle
see.
in Arizona, right? And they got the Seattle at -3.5. What do you got?
Seattle minus 3.5 points in Arizona. I got Seattle covering. Russell Wilson, I don't like him. I hate Seattle. And if he was in any other jersey, he'd probably be one of my favorite players, but he's not, so I don't like him.
What's your positive?
But the dude is good. The dude's the best. I think, in my opinion, he's the best quarterback in the league playing right now. I mean, not career wise, but this like if I had to build
Wait,
around any
I,
player, it'd be Russell Wilson.
yeah, I got
He's playing in Arizona, who's I don't know, man. They're a roller coaster. They're up, they're down, they're inconsistent, and Seattle's not that. DK Metcalf's also playing out of his mind this season. The dude's
yeah.
a monster. He
And
looks
Russell Wilson has
insane.
that
He plays
arm that,
insane.
and Russell Wilson definitely has the arm strength to be able to get DK 55, 60 yards down the field, which is
Yeah,
a
insane.
threat every single play.
And if their defense gets it together, here's the thing: their defense is bad though. And
That's what I know.
Arizona's offense, they can
Good.
score points. They can score points.
Man.
However, I still got Seattle covering. I got them 28-23 in Arizona. Seattle minus 3.5 points.
So this is kind of an upset for me here. I have Seattle winning the game, but I don't have them covering. So I'm taking Arizona at +3.5. So I got Seattle 27, Arizona 24. I really like this young Arizona team. I mean, Kyler Murray, he's proven to be a star in my eyes. You know, I think he's got a lot of upside, not much downside to him, especially because they got a decent running game too. And Seattle's defense just doesn't seem to have it together for me right now. So I think Arizona's gonna give them problems, but I think they're gonna go into that last drive up a score, and your boy Russell Wilson's gonna do it to him and come back and get the win for them ultimately. But I can't see him covering the 3.5, so I'm taking Arizona +3.5.
All right, I like that. Yeah, man, that's gonna be a good game. Kyler, I like Kyler, but he's shifty, man.
Yeah,
But
super shifty, and he has a
I don't
cannon.
know. I don't think either of those teams. I don't honestly. I think the NFC West is the best division, but there's no team in the NFC West that I think is solid all around the board.
No,
I think Arizona is completely inconsistent. I think the Rams go Rams, but they're super inconsistent. Uh, Seattle's offense is insane, but their defense is scary. Like I don't know, you never know when they're gonna show up. And San Francisco, like honestly, I don't even know what to think about San Francisco right now. They're all over the place, but that's it's a division you gotta look out for. But also, there's weaknesses there. There's weaknesses there.
depends
All right,
what game or what team you're getting that week.
exactly. Moving on, we got Kansas City at Denver. Denver coming off their big win over the Patriots, where I think they laid out a blueprint. I think this was a blueprint game where the key to beating the Patriots is to not score touchdowns. You just get into field goal range, kick the field goal, and keep going. I think I was listening to part of my take, and they were talking about it, and they're like, "Dude, these guys didn't even score a field.
Sure.
They didn't score that.
Yeah,
They just scored 6 field goals." And I'm like,
that's like almost unheard of on a Belichick defense right there, right? I mean, no
"Yeah." I'm
no
like,
scores, just field goals. That's
I'm like, I
insane.
guess that's the blueprint. That's what I was thinking. I was listening. I was like, that's the blueprint. You just gotta get close,
Yeah.
and take the points when you can. So Kansas City is a 9-point favorite in Denver. Denver's defense is actually one of the top. I wouldn't say top, but they're doing very well, even with Von Miller out. What do you think about the game, man?
Honestly, I think Mr. Patrick Mahomes over there and all his new toys and Le'Veon Bell is gonna make a statement this game. I think he's gonna come out and pretty much put the rest of the NFL on notice that, hey, now with this extra threat to our already stacked offense, nobody's gonna be able to touch us. So I honestly 9 points. It was looking very nice at first, but after the more I thought about it, I was just thinking like this Kansas City team can probably put up 42 points easy every game. So I kind of had to go with my gut on this one. I'm taking KC to cover 35-10.
Um, yeah, I got them covering too. So Kansas City, however, I'm not like this isn't a. I would never make this my lock. I think Denver's feisty. I think they're gonna fight, and you never know what's going on in Denver. Kansas City, a lot of times, what they've shown this season is they'll play up against the good teams, but they'll play down against the bad teams. And yeah,
That's true.
they took that loss to the Raiders, which I didn't think was gonna happen. Uh, but then the week before that they beat up on the Ravens, which is crazy to me. However, I think you know, uh, especially after Denver beating the Patriots, I think Kansas City takes this one personal, makes it a statement game. I have them winning. I have them covering 28-16
I
against
mean, how,
Denver.
how do you stop Le'Veon Bell coming out of the backfield while you still got Tyreek Hill, while you
We'll see
still
where he's at. We'll see how they lay him. But I mean,
and you
picked
got
him up in.
Kelsey blocking or going out for passes at the same time? I don't know. And Mahomes can chuck the rock 70 yards. I
I
I don't
mean,
know.
the
I feel
team,
like
the team's insane.
it's going to be.
That team's
I
insane.
I agree with you. I feel like they're going to make a strong statement here and go ahead and blow Denver out of the water, which is kind of sad to say with a 9-point spread. It's crazy to say.
I don't know, man. All right, who you got next?
All right, next we got New England versus San Francisco. New England is 2.5-point favorite.
Yep. All right.
What are you thinking?
San Francisco. I mean, obviously I watched the game last week. I don't know what to think about them. I think when they're healthy, they're obviously good. I mean, they were Super Bowl last year, and they came out their uh their game plan against the Rams. They just out coached. They just outcoached the Rams. Like, the Rams defense had no answer. Uh, Garoppolo, he's still a little shaky, but I mean, he's out there, and the way they're playing him, at least the way they played against the Rams, where they were throwing screen pass, run, and just making, you
Debo
know,
Samuels.
yeah, Debo Samuels played well. They kept Aaron Donald just completely like out of the game because of all the screen
Triple
passes.
team.
But he's
Yeah.
getting triple teamed, and all those screen passes slow him down. Like, he couldn't get a good pass rush going. However, I do like New England. If you're gonna have a coaching matchup, I'm never gonna bet uh
Bill
against my guy
Belichick.
Bill Belichick. I think I think he's gonna figure out a way to stop that offense. I got New England winning, I got New England covering 24-21, and that might be a little bit of my heart talking. I think I want San Francisco to lose more than anything, but I believe in New England, and I think they get the win, especially after the embarrassing loss last week. So
No, I'm
I got him
I'm
winning. I got him covering 24-21, 2.5 point spread.
on this one again. I kind of got to go against the grains on this one. I think New England has a lot of potential, but I think last week they looked terrible. They just looked bad. They didn't look like a good team at all. They didn't look like a Bill Belichick team at all. and a part of me feels like that's
And
going to
they didn't give up a touchdown. So
yeah, but they didn't win either. They weren't scoring very many themselves, so they lost to nothing but field
I
goals.
mean, Bill Belichick's the defensive coach. Bill Belichick's all defense.
Yeah. So, but for some reason, I don't think their offense is going to be able to get it going. I don't think they're going to be able to win against San Francisco. So I actually have San Francisco covering or well winning that game outright, 21-17. And that's just a part of me. Maybe that's hopeful too, because I don't like New England for multiple reasons. But I just don't think they look good this year. I just don't, and I don't think they have an offense whatsoever. Who's Cam throwing the ball to? You know what I mean? Like Edelman. Edelman's throwing the ball
Yeah.
better than Cam is this year.
I
I
mean, I
think
wouldn't say that, but I wouldn't say that. Cam's actually doing pretty well, but Edelman does lead the league in drops. He's in like over the last like
exact.
3 years or something. He doesn't like catching the ball very often.
And who's another wide receiver on
He
that
also
team?
might just be concussed permanently. He just might have a permanent concussion.
So I don't think New England's going to be able to get it together, especially not with the weapons they have. So I have San Francisco winning that game 21-17.
He looked good last week. I mean, I gotta say that, but they looked good last week. So I mean, I don't know. Like, I also wouldn't make that one my lock of the week. That's gonna be a good
I
game.
definitely wouldn't either. That was kind of more off of heart too. I don't want New England staying at the top of our conference. So
All right. Moving on, we got Jacksonville in LA against the Chargers. Um,
Chargers minus seven and a
Jacksonville.
half.
Yeah, I mean, the Chargers are 7.5 point favorite, which is, I mean, it's bigger than I thought, but it's not crazy. Jacksonville's not doing well. I mean, Minshew, people are like hyped about Minshew. He's average at best. Their defense is not good. They got a couple. They got like talk about Saxonville. They got like 2 players left from that, I think. And they're not playing well this season. I think they're down with the Jets as far as trying to compete for that first round draft pick. The Chargers, they've got Herbert playing. He's actually playing pretty well. Hasn't won a lot of games, but I mean, he's been putting up the stats. You can check his fantasy points if you wanna. If you don't believe me, but he's been putting up points. Um, oh man, Daniel Jones is running. He's got wheels on him, dude.
You got some.
Oh, when he fell by himself. He just fell
What's
by
the
himself.
score
It's fine.
update? Score
He
update.
just did a still 10-7. Daniel Jones just ran for like 70 yards or something crazy and then fell by himself at the 10-yard line.
Sniper. There's a
He got
sniper out there.
sniped. He got
You got
sniped.
sniped. Sniper.
He was on his own 11-yard line and he ran all the way to the 10.
Oh, geez, yeah. And then he got sniped. Poor
He got
guy.
sniped. But yeah, it doesn't matter. This game sucks. I don't really want to watch it. It doesn't seem very exciting. I probably will, but I don't want to. I got Jacksonville plus 7.5 points. I got them covering, whatever. 21-16. Chargers win at home. Jacksonville covers.
Covers. Yeah, I'm right there with you. I'm not particularly excited to watch this game either. I think I think 7.5 points is a lot of points, especially for the Chargers. I mean, I I don't know if they're going to be able to cover that. So I also have Jacksonville plus 7.5. I got the Chargers winning like you do too at home, especially. So I got them winning 24-20, but Jacksonville does cover.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, man. I don't. Whatever. Who cares? All right. Tampa Bay
Tampa
in
Bay,
Vegas.
get it right.
Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay in Vegas. This is. I don't know. It's weird.
Who you
I
think,
think
barn
Tampa
burner? Or no?
Bay's. What's up?
You think this is a barn burner or no? High scoring game.
I don't honestly. I don't know what to think about either of these teams. Tampa Bay is there. Vegas is awesome some weeks, really bad other weeks. Um, so I'm not totally sure. However, Tampa Bay's a 3-point favorite. I do think they're going to win this game. I think Tom Brady's in a groove. I think he's got it going. I think he figured out the offense. He's figured out what he's doing.
Well, he's getting Gronk
And
involved now.
yeah, and if Tom Brady's going, I think the team's going. I got Tom Brady with Tampa. I got Tom Brady covering. That's it. Tom Brady covering. Now I got Tampa Bay covering. I got him winning 27-20 in Vegas.
This was a really tough pick for me here. I Tampa Bay had a really good game last week against Green Bay, and do I think that can, translate over to this week? I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure.
I've been talking about everything. Like I've been doing it every week since like week 3. I've been telling Dub every game where I'm like, "This is, I think, is Tampa Bay good game," and then I tell him, "Hey, I think also this is are the Raiders good game. I don't know if either of these teams are good," and I still don't know.
We'll
I
find
still
out
don't know if these teams are good.
between this week, I guess, right? But I, I, I honestly, this was like a head or tails game for me, to be honest with you. I think whoever's winning at halftime, I think ultimately probably wins that game. I'm not convinced with Tampa Bay just yet, and I'm definitely not convinced with the Las Vegas Raiders. But I do have the Raiders in a slightly nice little upset there. So I got the Raiders winning this game 28-21. I think I think it goes down to the last minute drive, and your boy Carr wants to try to prove something, especially with Gruden against top tier quarterbacks. I mean, I don't know what it is, but Gruden likes to put on a show against those guys, and he likes to, I guess, try to get in their heads and let them know that he knows how to beat them. So I got the Raiders winning that game by a touchdown, 28-21. But
Yes.
again, definitely not a lock. That's just going
Shout
off.
out our friend Marcos, who's a Raiders fan for no reason. All right.
Yeah. Well, you said that Louis too, so I
That's
was
true. My
thinking
stepdad
when I
Louis,
was
shout him
making
out.
this pick, I was honestly thinking about him. I was like, Florida, okay, and Louis there. He's a Raiders fan, so I was like, I'm gonna give it to the Raiders. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I honestly in my head I was just like, Gruden likes to go off against top tier quarterbacks. So in
I
my
think
head
that's a made up stat. I don't think you have any facts to back that up.
I don't. I probably don't. You're right, but I just have a feeling, and I'm gonna go ahead and ride that one out. So I got Raiders
Uh,
in 28-21.
you gotta do some research. This is a hardcore gambling podcast that we're talking here. Right? You can't just show up with made up stats. All right.
That's my
I'll
fault.
I'll allow it this time because it's the first time, but you gotta keep it hardcore. All right. That was the Sunday night game. We're on to Monday. Best game of the week. Not
I don't know
really.
about
Who
that.
knows?
I don't know
Who
about
knows?
that.
Chicago
Good game. Very good game.
is gonna be a good game. We got Chicago NFC North leaders. NFC North leaders, Chicago Bears, number
Yeah.
one.
Hey, they got that man on your shirt right there, Big Dick Nick Foles out there. U of A alumni. Shout out to Big Dick Nick.
He's not good, but he's in LA against the Rams, and the
He's a Super Bowl
Rams.
MVP. You got to be kind of good to be that.
I mean, I guess the Rams. The last couple of years, they played them 3 years in a row, and the Rams struggle with the Bears in prime time. They played them Monday night, I think, and then Sunday night, and I think Monday night again. And I'm pretty sure they're 0-2. All right, they beat them last year. I think they 2 losses the year before that. I beat them last year, but for some reason we do struggle with the Bears. Uh, our
Did
offensive
we even say the
line
line? Did we
struggles
even say
with
the line?
Khalil Mack. I'm sorry.
So, so it's the Rams minus 5.5. I'm not sure we said that or not yet.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't say that, but it is the Rams minus 5.5. The Rams are almost a 6-point favorite, and last week was the first time ever I picked against my Rams, and I picked them to win, but I picked San Francisco to cover just because that's a divisional game. We usually win those by like a point. It's usually a field goal game, and this is gonna be 2 weeks in a row. I got the Rams winning. I always got the Rams winning. I'm never gonna pick against the Rams, but I got the Rams winning 21-17. Chicago covering with their 5.5 points.
Okay, so I'm right there with you. Honestly, I got the Bears are a good team, man. I mean, okay, well maybe not a good team. The Bears have been playing better than they have in the past, and I think after what Big Dick Nick had to say last week in their interview in his post game interview, I think that team has a fire in them right now. I think everything he said was spot on. They know they have to be better. They know the things that they need to work on, and they I think that they're there at the end of the season. But this week against your Rams, I don't know if they got it. So I do have the Bears covering the 5.5, but I do have your Rams winning 27-23. I think it's going to be a great game, a really good game.
I hope so, man.
But
And I
I
hope we
think
do
you
well.
guys,
This is gonna be our biggest test, I think, so far. I mean, obviously we had 2 losses, but it's lost to pretty good teams. And
yeah, I think if your defense
Chicago,
can get it going early, I'm not sure how well the Bears are going to
yeah,
compete with them.
Chicago is definitely the best defense we've faced so far, and I'm excited to see how our offense adjusts. I think Sean McVay after halftime, I wouldn't be surprised the Rams come out slow, like they did against the Bills and like they did against the 49ers. But I'm excited to see what Sean McVay does at halftime because both games, both of our losses, he's come back at halftime and made adjustments, and we've been close in both of those games.
They
So
were close.
I'm excited to see that. All right, so those are our picks for the week. Like I said before, Will wasn't
How'd you
able
do
to
last
be
week?
here. Sorry, what's up?
How'd you do last week?
Oh, I don't think I tallied them up. Let me see. Um. Oh yeah, I went 10-5, so 9-5 plus our lock of the week. Um. So the way we do is our lock of the week counts for 2 points, and so I went 10-5 last week. That's your good reminder. Give me your lock of the week, dude. Who you got this week? Which one of these picks is? I'll let you go first. Which one of these picks is gonna win, dude? This is your first sure pick. Who you got?
We have so many good games this week. I mean, so many good games. But if I had to give you my lock,
What you do? What you do? Because I'm telling you right now to do it.
I'm stuck between two teams right now, to be honest with you. And one's crazy because I'm thinking Buffalo at -13 is the lock, which is kind of insane to me to even think that.
Don't
Um,
don't tell me your backup. Tell me your pick. Because
all
I,
right,
I have to pick one too. So if you say them both, I'm gonna look like a fraud.
all
If
right.
I just
My
say whichever one.
my lock of the week, I'm gonna go with Green Bay covering the -3 over the Texans.
All right, I'm gonna show you this right now. So
Okay, okay.
my lock of the week right here was Green Bay, right? With my backup Buffalo over the Jets.
Are
Like you
you
said,
serious?
yeah, dude, I have you. I completely agree with Green Bay over Houston. That's ridiculous
That's
to think that
insane.
that's only a 3-point spread. So I agree with you. Good job. And uh, but I guess I'll go with Buffalo in New York against the Jets minus 13 points. Uh,
I think
I think that's a blow up. So
that's a
I
great
mean,
pick. I just couldn't do
that
it because -13 is insane, but it's a good pick.
I might I'm gonna watch that game. It's gonna be bad. I'm gonna watch it just to see if we get our 13 points because that's what I care
Yeah,
about. Um,
that's a lot of points, but I can definitely see Buffalo doing that and doing that easily. So,
yeah.
what game are you most excited about this week?
Oh, well, obviously the Rams game Monday night, but I'm not gonna. I'm gonna boom. My unbiased the game that I'm most excited for.
Is my team
No,
Battle of the
I don't like.
Undefeateds?
I don't
Two
like watching
5-0
Tennessee play.
teams
It's
going up
never.
against each other, and you can say that's not the game of the week, huh?
Honestly, other than our game, it's either Seattle at Arizona, which I think is a big
Yeah.
game, and that matters for me. That's a divisional game. I want Arizona to win. I like Arizona over Seattle. I think they have a chance. Um, Man, I didn't pick them, but I think they have a chance. And San Francisco, New England, just because those teams they're both not great teams, but I think that they're evenly matched up. I'm excited to see how that plays out.
So I'm definitely most excited for my game and battle of the unbeatens. I feel like um, the winner of this game maybe goes on and gets the number one seed. Maybe, who knows? Maybe I'm just seeing down the line here. Um, but I think it's definitely going to be a tough game for us and King Henry. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't
That's
very
five
scared.
toughs.
I would be
Five
lying if I
toughs.
said I wasn't very scared. I feel more confident after what we did to the Browns last week in their rushing attack,
The Browns are bad.
but the Titans are a whole different animal. I agree with you. But other than that, I'm kind of really excited for that Cleveland Cincy. I mean, they're in our division, man. I need to know who's coming up
Yeah.
and who we need to fend off at the end of the year, right? I mean that, in my opinion, anyways. I mean, with the new playoff schedule, if the Ravens come on late and they go on a run, we're still definitely in the playoffs. You know what I mean? Just the only thing that changes is going to be our seeding. Um, but I definitely am. I'm curious to see how your boy Joey Burrow does against that Cleveland defense. I want to see if he's legit or not.
They just gotta keep him alive, man. They just gotta keep him alive.
Hey, well, you know that one guy over there likes to swing helmets, so
Watch out for that guy. All right, man. I think it was a good show. I liked your picks, dude, and maybe we'll come back for another couple episodes.
yeah,
Hopefully Will will be back soon. He's off hunting
something.
crazy. I think I don't know. He's in Wyoming. I think it's too cold to be up there right now, but he's out there.
He's used to it.
He's doing some crazy stuff out there in the wilderness, hunting animals and doing whatever you do in
Whatever you do
Wyoming.
out there. Yeah.
But
Well,
hopefully he'll be back for next week's picks, and maybe we'll have you back on. Yeah, man.
it was
Have
a
a good
pleasure.
Sunday.
I had fun. I thought this was really interesting. I was a little nervous at first, but I feel like it was just like boy talk after a little bit.
Yeah,
Getting
so
these picks in was
just bros talking, just boys
exactly
talking.
not too bad. Yeah, I definitely want to see what it's like, kind of with the chemistry with us three if we come back next week. I like Will. I think he's insightful, so it'd be kind of fun to hear what he has to say. See if he
Yeah,
sways my
definitely the smart
decision
one.
a little
Definitely the
bit.
smart one in the group.
Well, I think you swayed me a little bit too with your little bit of facts every now and then. I feel like you made my picks a little bit better, but definitely went with my gut and all of them. And let's see, man. Let's see who has a good week right here. I think we
All
got
right,
most
man.
of the same picks. I don't think we're too far off. I think I got two upsets in there, which should be worth double. But that's another
Your
conversation there.
your pick of the week, your lock of the week is worth double, and if you get a score exactly right, that's worth double. Boom.
Oh, okay.
Just so you
Nice.
know. Yeah.
Sounds
All right,
good, man.
man. Talk to you later,
Yeah,
bro.
see you later.